Hey, what's going on with y'all? Fellas, ladies, what's good? It's good to see y'all. It's most definitely good to be back. I know it's been a long time, maybe about a month or something like that. I don't know. Longer than I wanted to be, but I'm back. I'm back with the exclusive. I'd like to thank y'all first and foremost for tuning in, because I'm about to take y'all on a little ride on my little journeys of some of my favorite strains, man. My three favorite strains of 2023. Let's get right into it. All right, so first things first, I want to start off. I'm going to go from the least favorite to the top favorite. Okay? Number one, I'm going to go with the Northern Lights. Now, let me tell you something about Northern Lights and the reason why I choose this as my third favorite. We're going to go from third to top, one being the best and, three being the least favorite, but it's still my favorite strains out of all the types of weed I smoke, so bear with me. Okay, so now the Northern Lights, that was back in 2017, but that's been my favorite strain to think about since 2017, since the first time I smoked it, and for a lot of reasons. I felt like that's the only indica, and if I'm not mistaken, that is an indica, and that's the only indica I've actually ever been into that I'm like, damn, I want to smoke this again, and it gave me a good feeling, a relaxed feeling. Now I can't say it got me panicky. I can't tell you if it's good for anxiety or anything like that because I can't tell you that because I don't know, because at the time I was a very seasoned smoker. So a panic attack wasn't even in my fucking, regimen at all. It wasn't in my schedule. It wasn't gonna happen. But when you take a little time off and you smoke, the panicky shit might happen. I'll get into that in a little bit. I had a good time with it. I was having a good night. I'll say one of the best nights of my life. Almost, not one of them, but I had plenty of best nights of my life. But this is definitely one that I put up there in the top 10 of my favorite, nights I had. While I was just chilling, vibing, everything was good. Some good bud, no bullshit drama, no fighting, no fussing, no arguing, no cussing, no nothing. Just everything was just going smooth, beautifully, you know, you feel it in your body, you feeling good, you feeling like relaxed. It's just a good experience, right? That's the kind of moment you want. Something like I get to smoking it, feeling it. I got a shorty over here, right? Chilling now. I'm gonna tell you like this. Man, I'm gonna just put it out there, man. I got my dick on. It's like that junk was swole on 100. Like you thought I took Viagra. That was Viagra with no headache, no migraine after effect, none of that bullshit. Just straight up like on swole, no headache. I'm good, like ready to fire up. Let's go. Like dynamite stick, like just ready to, you know what I mean, right? And that's why it's one of my favorite strains. And that's the one reason. I mean, it had me feeling real good. I didn't have a lot of adrenaline rush. I just felt real good. And I got my, my shit going and it went good. And it was like a brick. You feel me? Some of you don't feel me. Maybe you do, maybe you don't. Sorry about the dim light in here because I need to get another light. It's kind of dark in this joint, man. But new camera, new phone. Hopefully the experience is still good. Number two. Number two. I'm gonna have to go with the Zaza. Now that's most recently. Now the Zaza right now, some of y'all might be like, yeah, whatever. You heard this in the song, like that word is getting thrown out there a lot. It's whatever the fuck ever, right? It's out there, Zaza. That's what the homeboy told me it was. Now we took a road trip, one of the greatest road trips of my life. This was yesterday, actually, 420, or 2 days ago now, probably. But it was 420. And man, it was a great road trip, honestly. I mean, the drive wasn't like I had to help him with some shit, if he needed a ride back. He needed to go purchase a car, but he wasn't sure if he was gonna have to bring that car back. And if he did, he needed me to be there just to drive his car. And it was on like 3-hour drive at least. Like But it was cool because I got to see a different part of where I'm at. And I didn't realize it was like so cool down there. I'm like, damn, man, I kind of realized this shit because I used to live further down south. And I kind of realized that people were more wholesome. They were friendly, actually. It was cool. It was a great experience. It was one of the best 420s I had, and smoked that Zaza. Now, I haven't smoked. Now, I got you to understand this. I haven't smoked at this time in about 2 weeks, at least. Not besides some little bullshit resin. The one that got me smacked. I'm not going to get into that because that was panicky as fuck, But I ain't smoked for real in like 2 weeks at least. Man, he's like, yo, dog, he's driving. Hey, man, he throw me the fire. He always, every time I'm with him, he got some good shit to make sure I got, because he's the man I get it from. And he was like, man, he pulled out some shit, right? Man, that joint looked like it was white and it was purple. He said it's purple, but it had all these white flake crystals all over the top of it. Like straight up, like purple, white flakes, like fur looking shit. It looked, oh my God, that shit looked beautiful. I wish I took a picture of it, man, but I didn't. And man, we put that, I rolled it up in the blunt. I rolled this shit up, and he was I could tell he's a little disappointed he didn't say it, but he mentioned something. He was like, the blunt was a little thin. Now, I ain't smoking a while, so I already knew I ain't gonna need that much. I was trying to be smart and save this shit for the road trip. He got plenty of bud, but he wasn't tripping. Man, he's smoking that joint. Might have to roll another joint, man. That joint looking a little thin. I was like, yeah. Yeah, so he passed it back. I'm like, I'm coughing and shit, right? Coughing. And he passed it back. I tell like put it back. That was like the third time it came back to me. I was like, ooh. I was like, he tried to pass it back. I was like, nah, bro, I'm good, yo. And that shit ain't even really kick in yet. Now, remind you, I ain't smoking 2 weeks, so I lost my tolerance, man. That shit's gone. Man, I started to hit full-blown panic attack mode, bruh. And you like, how is this your favorite strain? I'll explain to you, because I already been through this before. It's not the first time I've been through this shit, all right? So I'm like full-blown panic attack. Like, and I'm in a car, and I ain't gonna be on no whole shit and be like, yo, pull over. Man, he ain't trying to hear that shit. We gotta go. We got a long drive. We didn't want even like anywhere close to it. We had at least 2.5 hours more to drive. We just went to the McDonald's and shit. And so go to McDonald's, and you know how that shit goes, and grabbed a couple of, I got like a sausage, egg McMuffin, and a hash brown. He got like the same thing with an orange juice. I already had a little vitamin water. So then we got the smoking, and it was like, eat first, because we're gonna get the munchies, and smoke, and man, dog was fucking beating. It was like, and it was like, it almost seemed like I kept ignoring it. I was like, all right, this is just the weed. So I didn't even tell him yet. And I'm like, it's just the bud, yo. It's just like, I ain't smoking a while. My tolerance has done been down, like, it's just the bud, And every time I ignored it, it seemed like it would go back even faster. I'm like, damn, man. It's just the bud, though. It's just the bud. It's just the bud, man. So, and we continue on the ride, and I told him, I said, hey, man, I'm having like my shit. No, actually, he didn't say nothing. I was grabbing my pulse. He see me keep going like this, grabbing my pulse. And he's like, hey, you good? I was like, yeah, shit, my heart beating fast as a motherfucker, yo. He's like, oh, shit, yo, you just high as fuck. This is the way you can't overdose on weed and shit. He's like, you can't overdose on weed. I'm like, yeah, I know you right. You can't overdose on weed. So, I continue to, just ride it out and just, stay calm. And, that's the only thing you can do. If you start to panic, it's just going to get worse. So I rolled it out. He kept smoking at thin blunt. It was plenty for him to smoke by himself, and he was good. I'm still tripping. Like, it was lasted for at least an hour to drive. I'm like, man, I wish this shit just go down. I was like, let me roll down the window, dog, like to get some air. He's like, yeah, go do your thing. Let me smoke a cigarette or something like that. I smoked a cigarette. And that made it go faster too. But I was like, fuck, I need something to just make me relax. I'm like, he told me the story about how he drove himself to the hospital, thought he had a heart attack. I'm like, I had been there and done that, man. And a lot of people I know and I talked to, I made videos about this shit before. And I know people did that before. So I knew I take my own advice and said, look, it's all good. Nothing's going to happen. No matter, even though I couldn't feel my heart for certain times, it was almost like I couldn't even feel it. It was like, where the fuck is my heart at, man? It was dancing around my chest. It stopped. Everything was good. And I'm still alive. And here I am today making this video. Zaza. That's my second favorite strain in 2013 because 13. 2023. That's my favorite strain because because of the panic, and you think I'd have bowed down. I smoked I roll up another blunt about a couple hours later. I was like, all right, I'm gonna take it easy this time. But I gotta like get my tolerance back up. So I took a couple of hits. I know it's strong. I took like 4 hits. I'm like, I feel it. Heart was beating a little fast, but man, I ignored that shit and went to sleep, bro. I just like, fuck it. Still driving. I went to sleep. We got out the rest stop. We smoked again. Rolled up another blunt. And I smoked like more hits this time. Maybe 8, 9. And it just got more and more. I was able to just keep smoking into the blunt. You know, it didn't matter anymore. I just like rolled it out. I didn't back down. I fought my fear. You know, like you get on that roller coaster for the first time. Maybe get on that first aircraft for the first time. It's going to be okay. I got you. Not me, but the pilot got you. And hopefully the plane got you too. No mechanical failures, because I don't want to hear that black box. Anyway, third, my favorite third. Now, this one is exclusive, man, because this shit is insane. All right, let me explain to you, man. It's called Afghan bubblegum. Like Afghani bubblegum. Now, it's hard. When you look it up, you like, let me look it up on Leafly. I couldn't find that shit on Leafly, actually, to be honest with you. It was very hard to find. I typed it on Google search and I got something, but I'm like, this can't be what it is. Whatever this shit was exclusive. And this is some Afghan shit. Oh man, whatever. They got some of the best weed out there, man. I need to take a trip out there, man. Well, fuck what you heard. Fuck what you heard. I might need to go take a trip out there and go talk to somebody, man, because y'all got some good fire tree. So you know. So I'm out there, I'm here. I'm out there. I'm not actually in Afghan. I'm smoking it. My boy rolls it up. Afghan bubblegum, man. It tasted like bubblegum too. I swear for God, it tasted like bubblegum, man. Smoking it was out of a backwoods. He rolled up fat. And I smoked on a regular. So there was no 2-week hold off, none of that. I smoked on a regular. Man, we smoked this shit, man. I smoked like almost the whole blunt with him. It was a fat joint too. I left and everything was cool. I got in my car and drove home. Like I had to drive about 25 minutes, 22 minutes roughly. And man, I got once I started going down the highway, my heart started pumping on blast. I'm like, man, I don't do this shit while I'm driving. I ain't finna pull over on the highway, man. It's gonna ride this shit out and just be just the same shit, but I'm the one driving this time. It's a little different when you're driving. All right, be calm. Everything's cool. It's faster than the other shit on the other road trip I was on. And you start to hear things and your mind start to get paranoid. It's like your mind start to tell you start to flash back other panic attacks you had. I was like, nah, man, it's just the fucking tree. I'm enjoying this high. The music, I just turned the music louder. I was like, whatever. But the back of my mind keeps telling me, dog, you're tripping. You fucked up. You might want to pull over. So get the driving, right? Driving a little bit more. And I get to my exit, I get off, and it's still doing the same stuff, but I get a little closer. I'm almost making it home, but it just keeps going faster. And I'm like, damn, bro. Oh my God, I gotta pull over. And eventually I pulled over, man. I pulled over in this grimy ass little basketball court, man. It was dark. There's no street lights. And it's just a basketball court with a tennis court too, and it's real small, like in the corner. And my car was in that joint, man. Like that shit looked like cop gonna pull up. What you doing? Like just parked up? Because I seen cops parked there looking for speeders, like authorized vehicle type shit. They, whatever they think. I gotta get out of here, man. So, man, I went home. I was this close to texting this guy. Finally, I got out of there. Like I stayed for like maybe 3 minutes tops. I'm like, I gotta get. This is too. I was making me more paranoid. Let's go. Let's just we almost there. Literally like 5 minutes away from the house. I finally make it. Everything was cool. Didn't get pulled over. As soon as I got to my driveway, that shit like went away, the panic attack, and I felt the good sensation from it. It was incredible, man. Like I felt it was some of the best weed I ever smoked, ever. And I told him that. I said that. I texted him and I said, "Look, that's the best weed I ever smoked in my life, dude. Do you have any more of that shit?" He said, "No, I wish I did because that's my personal. I only had a little bit." And he could be saying that, but I believe him. I had money to buy it from him. Yeah, I guess I got to believe him, right? But he got a lot of plenty other tree that's good, but that was. He said he kept asking me. I can't get it from my man's to give it to me. I've been asking him. He said he wish he can get it again because he said that was one of his favorite strains too. So yeah, man. There you have it. That's my 3 favorite strains, man. If you got some favorite weed strains out there that you might like I said, Silver Haze. That's some good stuff. If you deal with panic attacks, man, you might want to ask for that at your local, weed pawn shop, your weed smoke shop, whatever the fuck they call it. The Green Cross, go up in there and tell them, like, hey, you got any Silver Haze? They might not have it because it's an old strain. They could. Just try it out, I hope that's the one I'm talking about. I don't want to recommend no bullshit. Silver Haze, though, it's hard to find for some reason, though. Anyway, y'all take it easy out there. Y'all be safe, man. It's like late as hell, man. I got my damn pajamas on and shit, man. It's dark. It's faded. I'm faded. I'm going to take it easy. Y'all take it easy out there. Y'all be safe. And make sure to holler at your boy in the next one. Peace.